Did you know missing one spot in the shower could be cutting your life short? It sounds surprising, maybe even a bit extreme. But more and more research is pointing to the serious health risks tied to overlooked hygiene in specific areas of the body, and the truth is many of these places are missed during a typical shower, especially as we age in this video. Oh, we're looking at 5 body parts that seniors often forget to clean properly, areas that quietly collect bacteria, sweat, and fungal growth that can lead to real medical issues if left alone, from problems with circulation to skin infections that creep in under the radar. These spots matter more than you think. Stay with us until the very end, because one of these areas is so often neglected, yet it's directly connected to your immune system, and washing it takes less than 10 seconds. That small habit could protect your health more than you ever realized. Let's get into and number 1. The feet, one of the most commonly overlooked areas that can quietly harm your health if not cleaned regularly is your feet. Now you might think a quick rinse in the shower is enough, but for older adults who may already struggle with reduced circulation, diabetes, or weakened immunity, skipping a proper foot cleanse like inviting bacteria to set up camp and stay. Fungal infections love warm, moist environments, especially between the toes or under toenails. And for seniors, what starts as a small patch of athlete's foot can easily spiral into something much more serious like cellulite, or a skin ulcer that won't heal. Even more concerning, many older adults don't feel the early signs of foot problems because of reduced nerve sensitivity. You might not notice an infection until it's already done damage, and at that point, treatment becomes much more complicated. Beyond fungus, dead skin, build-up, cracked heels, and lingering sweat can all weaken the skin's barrier, which in turn increases your risk of infections. I can sneak into the bloodstream. But here's the hopeful part: just 5 to 10 seconds of intentional cleaning, preferred getting in between the toes, under the name, and around the heel, can significantly reduce these risks. And it's not just about scrubbing after you dry your feet thoroughly. Applying a little moisturizer can help keep the skin soft, healthy, and more resilient. Think of this daily habit not as vanity, but as vascular care, because your feet aren't just about walking. They're one of the body's first places to show signs of declining health, and yet, because they're so far down, so easy to hide, they're also one of the easiest places to ignore. So the next time you shower, don't just let the water run down and assume your feet are clean. Reach down, take care of them. Number 2, the scalp. It's easy to think that if you don't have much hair left, or if you've moved to a low-maintenance haircut, you don't need to worry about your scalp anymore. But the truth is, your scalp is still skin, and like every other part of your body, needs attention. When the scalper's neglected, it becomes a silent trap for oil, sweat, dead skin cells, and environmental pollutants. And over time, this buildup doesn't just stay local. It can trigger a cascade of inflammation that affects your immune system, weakens your skin barrier, and leads to long-term irritation. In older adults, scalp health is more than just a cosmetic issue. Chronic dryness or flaking can cause low-grade infections that compromise the skin's integrity. In severe cases, bacteria from the scalp can find their way into open sores or even hair follicles weakened by age. But here's something most people don't know: your scalp has some of the largest concentrations of sebaceous glands on the body, which means oil buildup can happen faster here than almost anywhere else. When left on wash, that oil oxidizes, hardens, and becomes a breed and ground for pathogens you can't even see. For people in their 60s and beyond, that could mean not just discomfort, but an unnecessary risk of infection that's hard to spot until it's advanced. And while many folks reduce shampoo frequency as they age, thinking their hair is more fragile, skipping regular cleansing entirely can do more harm than good, especially for those with fine hair, a bald scalp, or thinning out the crown. Even gently massaging the scalp for a few minutes during a wash improves blood flow to the head and neck, stimulates lymphatic drainage, and helps with mental clarity and stress reduction. It's not just about cleanliness, it's a boost for your whole system. So and if your hair short, thin, or gone altogether, your scalp still matters. Take care of it. Wash it with intention, massage it lightly. You'll feel better, your head will thank you, and your body will quietly benefit more than you realize. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you now. Let's move forward. Number 3, the navel area. The belly button might be one of the smallest parts of your body, but it's also one of the most neglected, and surprisingly one of the dirtiest. As we age, our flexibility decreases, and little areas like the navel can get overlooked in the shower. You might think it's just a small spot, what harm could do? But the truth is the navel is a recessed area where sweat, dead skin cells, soap residue, and lint from clothing can collect. And when it's not cleaned regularly, it becomes a perfect hiding place for harmful bacteria. And even use in some cases, what starts as mild irritation can turn into an infection called on for litas. This condition, though more common in infants, is becoming increasingly noted in elderly patients, especially those with diabetes or COM. For most immune systems, the bacteria can thrive in the dark, moist, and warm environment of the navel and quietly begin causing redness, foul odor, or discharge. What makes it more dangerous is that the signs are subtle at first. Many seniors don't notice discomfort until the infection is well underway, and by that point healing takes much longer than it would have 20 years earlier. In more extreme cases, hard and build up, known as navel stones, can form small, dark, foul-smelling masses that require medical removal. And yet avoiding all this comes down to a simple habit. During your daily wash, just use a fingertip wrapped with a washcloth or soft cotton swab. Gently clean and soak the navel with warm water and mild soap. And then make sure to dry the area thoroughly. A dry navel is just as important as a clean one, because any lingering moisture left behind creates a breeding ground for microbes. And if you've had abdominal surgery or any skin folds in the area, even more reason to give the spot attention. Keeping the navel clean as more than just hygiene. It's preventative health, especially as your immune system starts to shift with age. So treat the small hidden place with care, because sometimes it's the parts we don't see that matter the most. Number for the under breast area. For many older women, and some men as well, the area beneath the breast can become one of the most really irritated and overlooked regions of the body. And yet, it's one of the most critical to keep clean, especially as we age. This fold of skin, often warm and moist, becomes a hotspot for bacterial and fungal growth. If not washed and dried daily, the skin here is thin, delicate, and frequently covered by clothing and undergone comments, which traps wear and reduce airflow over time. This combination create the perfect environment for intrigo, a red inflamed rash caused by friction, moisture, and infection. It can start with just a little itching or redness, but if left alone, it can turn into painful sores, open wounds, or chronic fungal infections that require long-term treatment. Some women, especially those who had breast surgery, weight changes, or natural sagging over the years, are more prone to these issues. And because the underbrush area isn't always easy to see in the mirror, problems can go unnoticed until they become severe. One of the biggest mistakes older adults make is assuming a quick rinse in the shower's enough. But that area needs intentional care. Lift the skin, gently wash thoroughly with mild soap, rinse well, and most importantly, pat completely dry. A clean towel or soft washcloth used just for this purpose can make all the difference for those more prone to moisture. Bit of unscented body powder or cornstarch can help keep the area dry without irritating the skin. Paying attention here is not just about avoiding discomfort. It's about preserving your skin's integrity, preventing infections that could take weeks to heal, and maintaining a sense of physical confidence. Neglect in this area can quietly steal your comfort day after day, especially in warmer months or during physical activity. But just a few mindful seconds each morning can change all of that. So even if no one else sees it, remember, this part of your body deserves just as much respect and care as the rest. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number for below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you now. Let's move forward. Number 5, the groin area. This is one of the most sensitive, easily irritated areas of the body, and yet It's also one of the most neglected. For many older adults, the groin becomes a trouble spot not because of major hygiene failures, but because of small oversights that built up over time and quietly lead to chronic issues. As we age, we naturally develop looser skin, more folds, and changes a muscle tone. That means more places for moisture to collect, more opportunities for bacteria and fungus to grow, and a greater chance for discomfort, odor, or skin breakdown. Men and women alike can experience these problems, but many are too embarrassed to talk about it or too unsure of what's normal and what's not. The skin in the groin area is delicate, often prone to fresh, and easily overwhelmed by tight clothing, incontinence, or even long periods of sitting in when it's not washed and dried properly. Conditions like jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can begin without much warning. Just a little redness here, a little itching there, until suddenly you're dealing with pain or skin damage that won't go away easily. One of the quiet dangers is how quickly infections in this area can spread because of proximity to lymph nodes and other vital structures. Even minor skin issues can escalate into something more serious if not cared for promptly, and once the skin barrier is compromised, healing becomes slower and more complicated. And older bodies washing this area every day is non-negotiable. But how you wash matters just as much. Use warm water, a gentle and scented soap, and your bare hands or a soft cloth. No rough scrubbing, no drying with harsh towels, and be thorough, clean between folds. Rinse carefully and pat dry comes. Lately, if moisture is a consistent problem, applying a light layer of talc-free powder or a barrier cream can help reduce irritation. For those dealing with incontinence, daily cleaning is even more important and should always follow any accident, no matter how small. Don't wait until a rash or smell appears. By that point, your skin is already telling you it's overwhelmed. A healthy groin area improves comfort, mobility, and even confidence. It allows you to walk, stretch, and sleep without discomfort. And when you care for this area daily, you're doing more than staying clean. You're protecting one of the most vulnerable parts of your body from breakdown, infection, and long-term harm. If you're still watching this vid, and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts survey to win him once. When it comes to aging, well, it's often the smallest habits that make the biggest difference. Daily hygiene might not feel like a life or death matter, but as we've seen today, the way you care for your body, especially these overlooked areas, can play a powerful role in your long-term health, comfort, and even longevity. Which of these 5 areas surprised you the most? Was there one you hadn't really thought about until now? The truth is, wisdom in our later years isn't just about knowing big life lessons. It's about noticing the quiet things, the daily routines, the signals our bodies give us, and the chance every day to protect the body we still have, gently, consistently, and with respect. If you've made it this far, I hope this video didn't just give you a checklist, but a deeper appreciation for your body and a renewed commitment to care for it with intention. Because you're not just washing away dirt, you're preserving the very best will that carry you through this beautiful and still unfolding life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.